Hello again, and I found this one from Redot. We are definitely not dead or forgotten. Lots of great things in the work. So yeah, Redot is launched. Short summary. Excuse me, there I'm just biting my tongue. These guys they just forked Godot because yeah, Godot goes post. That Argentinian game engine. Well, they are not putting the resources for making the engine better, but instead they are wasting shit tons of money that they used to get. Not anymore. They are not getting those kind of donations after they found out that they were just putting it into DEI. And forks happened. Forks of software code happen almost every single day, if not, yeah, every single day. Especially when there is software dedicated to be open source, and sometimes that they want to claim it to ownership, and only certain group can get access to it. Even though you could say it's PHP, it's JavaScript, C++, C++, C, C Sharp, Java NetBeans, and whatever language out there, Python, and so many examples of those. You have those main languages that are used to create frameworks to develop tools or make development of certain projects grow faster. And yeah, like for example, Laravel is one of those frameworks made for PHP. And yeah, people keep forking them, communities keep developing this, and well, this is why I want to record this one because open source political process forks thriving. So yeah, Redot started because a political fork. It went is because the reason that Redot is an alternative for Godot is because political conflicts. Because yeah, the far left don't they only love wasting money and not put our resources into something useful. And we people were seeing that one with Godot, and they are giving in all the people to make the engine grow better and good. So more from low, smalls to mid size projects that probably in the future could actually grow. And I wish it could grow to be something like Unity or Real Engine, but open source. Remain the truthful. Because right now, yeah, Unity is not open source, but people can learn from that and do stuff. Right now, Tasha comes with the monetization. And because, yeah, Unity hasn't even given the support because yeah, we already ranted about that with the older guy that used to be an EA executive, and right now even with Unreal Engine 5, people are having so much despite not the developers but the consumers themselves because they are seeing that most of the developers using an engine they optimize jack shit, and that's an issue. That's also an issue. And well, you could say, oh, but it's developers' fault. With in this case, yeah, I tend to agree. And but the other issue that also is brought to light is because well, some of those uh, optimization practices are getting lost over time. And with fork alternatives, they also do things like let's bring parts of that code that can be used as open source that actually works and is interesting to us for our purposes. And being truthful to that, what is, yeah, free. And we're seeing this one from Lundog Journal. So many colleagues ex libre and Redot nothing more than political protests that will quickly die and be forgotten. Boy, were those the nicest bronze? So yeah, they were bronze. And then Redot saying, yeah, thanks for the mention. We are also doing a massive rework of our work. Excuse me, rewrite of our fork in a project known as Rex Engine. You can find some details here. And this is right now the alternative because many people in this they have some bright ideas that they can give to us to support. And yeah, I keep saying yeah, alternatives in indie they're still out there some, not many of them. And and if you sell the seven C's, yeah, you can back them up. And if you want to support them, you can go on there and support them. but only payment processors as allowing them to do. But as things are going here, I love to see these alternatives being brought to us because yeah, imagine like if something like OpenOffice or LibreOffice wasn't existing, yeah, everyone will be get pegged by Microsoft Windows with Microsoft Office. No other ways to use other type of software, and just when the planet obsolescence get out there, because yeah, eventually even for so engines like Unreal Engine, remember the way how Unreal Engine 5 and they still are keeping alive for now for it's by you using an Epic Games account. So yeah, you have quote unquote free access, but you need to make an account. In my opinion, yeah, you can claim that, well, but you're making an account. What's the problem? The thing is there's like access to a service. You are not having the software to use for you for free, even though you could claim is the kind of intention. And also we have seen Unreal Engine, Epic Games doing shit like yeah, trying to change some of their TOS service to train AI based on the works of all of those indie developers. So they are going to harvest all the coding and then they are just going to dry all the competence out of the market because they are going to use AI themselves. But hey, thanks for participating. You already fed our tools. Everyone can fuck off. And we can use this corporate to be in the position of power and, well, give people all the stuff by ourselves when we like it, how we like it, not how the end customers base, the main customer likes it. And yeah, until they decide to pull the plug. Yeah, because also we rant about this one because of the if you think about it, the way how you right now have to code Unreal Engine, it's used to be as a service because it is. You still need to be required to be connected to the internet to verify the license of that one. And yeah, I already said that. Yeah, I'm an advocate about AI, but my main concern is when one company dedicates to that and they want to be the full monopoly of that. Just like OpenAI, that they call themselves OpenAI with ChatGPT, but they are not so open, right? But and then something like DeepSeek happening to be, and that one is actually open source. That's why I enjoy open source. I know that the main complaint of people that see this is that yeah, it's not so user friendly to use compared to the other paid stuff and supported by large corporations, bigger corporations, and I can understand that, yeah. But also, I want to say that it's important for people to keep those in check because yeah, it, it's the best when you see a game engine such as Redot, that it's proven that you can do interesting stuff with this. Develop your hentai again, yeah, develop your waifus, man. Do your settings, 3D, 2D, choose your pick, and having it always in your computer. You don't require to have an account. Be always connected to the internet. If you know what you're doing, yeah, be creative, improve yourself. So yeah, the seeing this article, yeah, Redot's still out there, and I hope they keep continuing doing this because yeah, even because if one of those companies go out of business, think about this one. What is going to happen with all of the paid software, all the proprietary software that you use to create your own stuff? Goes away or falls into one of another corpo, and that corpo suddenly decides, yeah, just like what fucking Unity tried to do, even make the order games comply with newer TOS bullshit, like that one of the download licenses. Yeah, that. Let's see how that goes. Even I would love to see more AI open source that is optimized. I know development, running your local AI it requires shit tons of resources. But yeah, imagine having one at least open source. You can have in your own computer. You have a good specs PC or gaming laptop, and with that one you can use it to you create stuff because yeah, people right now they are just using it for the sake of making art, and you know what? That's a good thing. At least you people have their own ideas, and yeah, I know they don't want to pay like $50 for a low effort art. That probably they're not going to deliver it with such a many cases. I already ranted about artists having AI derangement syndrome. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching and please